This episode of The Direction is brought to you by
New York 811. Know what's below. Call or click 811 before you dig.
And I actually learned to crappie fish during a tournament. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
So,
I remember all right when you're trying to horse one in the boat.
Oh.
Pound 34. Let's lock him in.
Oh, look at you, that big fancy system right there. You take that off for me.
Yeah, I'll take that off for you.
This is how long we fished together right there. Look at this.
Everyone has a story. Sometimes it's about catching monster bass.
Now that's a studly mudly, baby.
And sometimes it's about life's lessons. Every story is as unique as the person who tells it. So join us as we make some new friends, reunite with some old ones, catch a few fish, and share a story or two. I'm Mark Stowe, and this is The Direction.
Taylorsville Lake in Spencer County, Kentucky, spans over 3,000 acres and has become a hotspot for local waterfowl hunters hunting migrating ducks during the winter. Not only is it good hunting in the winter, but the crappie fishing really heats up when the temps get cold. Brian Estridge has been fishing Taylorsville all of his life. Matter of fact, it's where he became good friends with Mark Stowe. The two have practically grown up together, fished tournaments together for over 18 years, and watched each other's kids grow up. Lifelong friends are hard to come by, and through fishing, Mark and Brian have become just that.
You know, if you get out of the truck and you're in your hometown where you've grown up fishing and you're standing alongside a guy that's known you longer than you've been married, you're getting ready to get in the boat with him, I think I ought to refer over to him and say, hey, you open this show up.
We built two houses next to each other, didn't we?
Absolutely.
When we first met?
Before that one behind the camera was even born, actually.
Yeah.
And
Fished
that's
tournaments together, bass tournaments, team tournaments for 18 years.
But how long it was? 18?
Never stepped in the boat with anybody else.
For a long time.
I got my rod over there. That's the way we practiced.
Yep.
Never stepped in the boat with each other until tournament day.
And now we're out here and gonna film a little wintertime crappie fishing. Actually, it's New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
So it's New Year's Eve day, December in Kentucky. We're gonna get on the water with Brian Estridge, longtime friend and much more. This guy stood up in my wedding for me and everything else. So we're gonna hit the water and try to do a little crappie fishing. And really, this guy taught me crappie fishing. I had never crappie fished until I got in the boat with him. Oh gosh, probably 3 or 4 years into bass fishing together. But we're gonna do a little wintertime crappie fishing right here on our home lake in Taylorsville. And this guy's probably gonna share stories that I don't know if I want told, but he's gonna be here to share them. This ought to be a fun day. Hey, wait a minute, what are them, glasses?
Yeah.
We didn't need them back in the day. If you want to go crappie fishing on Taylorsville, you can't pick no better guy than this to go with. We've only spent a few hundreds and hundreds of days out here together fishing over the years in good old Taylorsville, Kentucky. See, today will be a lot of storytelling because the guy behind the camera wasn't even existent when we started fishing.
Oh, no.
See, the good part about winter time, look, how many boats.
We're still,
We're out in the deep water right now.
yeah. We'll just fish our way back, and these fish are
I
shallow.
caught them all up through there.
Oh, yeah.
I fished that bank over there. Trenton said something about fishing that bank. We never got a bite over there. We didn't get bit until we got out here. Man, yesterday though, I had to let it sit there.
Did you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't, it wasn't biting and moving. I had to just let it sit and then they take off with it. Hey, we're wrapping up. It don't take us long. and we're up and going.
That's it.
But now we're looking for some of them slabs.
Oh yeah.
This segment was brought to you by Jinko Fishing. It's all about the action. This segment is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time.
Oh, hey, look at this slab. Now, right here. Now, that's what we're looking for.
Oh yeah.
Huh? Look at you. You put the camera on this guy and he performs right here.
That's right.
We're starting the day off. Man, hey,
like
whoa,
the
that's picture worthy. Hold up now, turn the camera.
I don't know, he's probably pound 10, pound 15. It's a good tournament fish though for this lake.
That's a pretty one, son. Hey,
Yep.
you know, people think about wintertime crappie fishing and they think these fish go deep and everything. And look, you're in the middle of December catching them what? Pound 3, 4?
Pound 34. Let's lock him in.
Oh, look at you, that big fancy system right there. When did you get high tech?
That's a Christmas present from my son.
Wait a minute, where was mine at, son?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
We'll
the
turn
other
him
camera guy right here. Neither one of these boys behind the camera. You know what's funny? Think about this. Before they were even born, and now they're both behind cameras right here. And they both got to stand and watch us fish. Think
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. You know it's killing that one.
Oh, I know
That one
it
over
is.
here don't care. But that one over there, it's killing him. Hey, did you see that big old fish your dad caught?
Throw
You
me a
like
Mountain,
that?
hey, throw me a Mountain Dew out there. It's in
That's
the
called
cooler.
being a butt right there.
I want to see Mark catch one like that.
Oh, I ain't scared. Look. I mean, if it's a good, if it's a good trip, Mark, yeah, can you not really cast 20 feet? I can't say I've ever caught one across the boat. I'm about to do it.
Yeah, catch one across the boat there.
Float setting in the right spot. There it is. Oh, I had him too. I let him hit it twice. That ticked me off. Make this happen right here. If I do this across that other boat, I'm gonna laugh. I did it. Look at that. Right across the other boat. Now I gotta reel it through that boat. Now how about that, folks? Hey, we make magic happen when we're around, don't we? Hey, boy, that's how well we know. See, look, we knew that tree would have one in it. Now mine wasn't a doink like his though. I gotta tell the story. So we come up last year and we come up here to fish at the tournament. And so Trenton just said to his dad here, for TV, you know, when you catch a fish, you try to bring it around to the other camera boat so they can see it. Well, me and him go out for the first time. I ain't tournament fish, what, 3 years, 4 maybe? I might have been once or twice with Trenton. But we came up here last year and they were having a high school, what it was, a fundraiser tournament.
Yep.
For the high school bass fishing team. So we come up and said if we come up to win or fish it, we would try to come up and win it. If we did, we'd give money back to them. And of course we did that, luckily. And but the funny part was I hooked the first fish and I'm reeling this fish in and I'm just bebopping around and he's over here going, what are you doing? And I'm like, just letting the fish swim and I just ease it in the boat and he's like, what in the, and I realized that he's like, that's a keeper. Well, here I am. Oh, look at this.
Nah, it's a baby.
Catching fish while I'm running my jaws. But anyway, you had to say to me, get the fish in the boat. I've got a keeper on and I'm not even hurrying up getting this fish in the boat. And we're tournament fishing. But the best part of that story is, the truth of it, is that we started catching them and we're sending pictures to your son during the tournament. And we would have never done nothing like that back in our tournament days.
Yep.
We're sending pictures to Trenton just to discourage the poor boy while we're out here putting the hammer on him. Hey, there you go. Oh, another good one there.
Hey, he's a good eater.
Now look
I
at
don't know
that.
if that's an eater or not.
You know, you train well. Look at that. You brought that around to that side of the boat. Now look, you gotta hold it out.
Yeah,
Hold out the camera. There you go.
they're fun.
I'm
That way I'm not
trying to get
cluttering
him
up
in
my
the trolling
partner's
motor.
boat.
You take that off for me.
Yeah, I'll take that off for you.
Hey, this is how long we fished together right there. Look at this.
See how that tube slid down on his jig head? That's why I put my jig head inside.
You know, there's only special people that'll
Yeah.
do that for you.
I put my jig head inside my tube.
I'm gonna have to start doing that. You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this. This segment is brought to you by Denali Rods, tournament tested, tournament tough.
Mark and I were down at Kentucky Lake fishing a renegade. It's a trail here in Kentucky. We was fishing their classic, and we made it was a 55-minute run south from Kentucky Dam Village. We got a little creek we like down there, and when the lake's a foot above winter pool, we can get in this creek. The night before the tournament, we drove down there and we walked this flat that we got to run to get in this creek, and we put stakes out. Well, we thought we could make it in and back out.
Whoa, it was ankle deep.
Yes, well, we made it in. We had to push our way in, and it took us about an hour to push in because we got hung up going in. We got off pad and we pushed going in. Coming back out, live well was full. We got hung on this flat. We wasn't going anywhere. It was ankle deep when we got out of the boat. We had to get an airboat to come down and get us out. What are you doing? You
Well,
can't do that.
I did it.
That looked like a
Accident.
decent
It
one.
was.
I didn't see
He
nothing.
wasn't a doink
I
like
didn't-
yours,
I didn't see nothing.
but you were telling a good story and I had to mess it up.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, we got out of the boat, we were in ankle deep water. Mark's uncle lived down there. We had to call him. His neighbor had an airboat. They came down. It was way after.
I got pictures we can show of that, matter of fact.
Yeah, you should show it.
Because
Go
we
back in-
literally had a bass boat. I mean, what? We had that much water. And we had
Yes.
that boat stuck up on there.
We
How
had
many
a-
of us pushed? It was 4 of us?
There was 4 of us.
Yeah.
We had a 520 we were running. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Hey, middle of December.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's 2 in a row I've let this slide off. What are you doing, Mark? Look at here. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
put this on that stick. This is... Hey, you done stole my side of the stick. Now notice what he does. He comes up here and nothing's changed.
Oh,
No, the one good thing
got
about
bit.
me and you over the years, that's the one thing I can say, is we ain't never worried about who was catching them in the tournament. We just wanted to catch them to get our check.
that's it. That's it.
To get to catch us. Oh, look at there. Another cold water crappie. This lake has come a long ways. It's always been a fun lake to crappie fish though, but changing the size limit helped it.
Oh yeah.
Now I'll tell you what, I think during COVID, they kind of hurt the population of the bigger ones, don't you?
Yes, Definitely.
There were so many people fishing up here, and they were just taking loads of crappie out of here. I think that hurt the size, because there for a while we were catching a little bit better quality. Came right back to that old stick again. We need a big old another pound, 2, 3, like he caught a few minutes ago.
All right, there's my bait.
Mm-hmm. All right, come on now. You started off with a pound, 2, 3. Now you got to get to a pound 5.
Pound 3, 4. There's more on there. Down on the bottom.
Hey, I love listening to that drag.
Get him. There you go.
Little fat head there. Little swing. That one eat. But we ain't eating them today. Go. Nice little.
But
didn't even give it the real kiss. And we both still got the same women.
yeah,
They're both saints, is all I'm gonna say.
Renee's has really never said anything bad about me going fishing as much as I do. I mean,
So you start talking about your wife and look, see what happens? See how good she is to you?
oh yeah.
You look at that. That's a Renee fish. Renee, this fish is for you for letting us go to Florida back in the day, for all the crap that you let put up with.
Woman, that was for you.
So back in the day, I used to bass fish with him, and we started out fishing for a number of years, and then one day he asked me about going up Patoka, and I actually learned to crappie fish during a tournament. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
So,
I remember all right when you're trying to horse one in the boat.
I knew you was going to bring that
you were
up.
bass fishing, and I'm hollering, settle down.
I'm catching this, what was it, pound and a half fish probably? I don't know what it was, something like that.
It was a
Well, he
good
hands
one.
me this long spinning rod and says, look, you just throw it out there. I said, okay. And there were some boats around us, and we were telling the story of, yeah, I've never bass or crappie fished before. Remember that guy, that old guy? And he was like, yeah, son, I don't know what you talking about, never crappie fishing before. We're over here just whacking these crappie, you know. And I just swam into the first one, just terrorizing it to the boat, because I didn't have no clue what I was doing. I just knew if the float moved, you set the hook. And that's what you told me.
Yep.
I mean, that's what you told me. If it moved, set the hook. And sure enough, we won that.
Yeah, we won.
We won that. Then the next best story is right here on this lake. We actually, I've told this a number of times on TV, but on my wedding day, he was best man in my wedding. We actually fished the tournament, won the tournament, left here, went to my wedding, and well, we're both still alive after even today.
Yeah, that was a tough tournament.
Yeah, it was.
We had 2 bites all day, and it only took 7 pounds.
I was getting ready to say
win.
we won that with 7 pounds.
I never had a bite all day. We had a 3.5 early and 3.5 like within the last 45, 30 minutes, and that was it.
Well, I think I flipped that jig. Wasn't it a jig? I flipped the jig all day, and all I had was 2 bites.
Yep, I never had a bite all day.
Now it's time for your safe digging moment of the week, brought to you by 811. Always remember to call before you dig. Our 811 moment of the week has got to be some old footage that I found on my computer. This is footage of Brian and my kids making their own outdoor fishing show long before I ever dreamed of doing outdoor television. It's on the same lake, crappie fishing as we are today, and man, this is fun to look at.
It's my turn, cut.
It is pretty cool though to aim that live scope around and be able to see even just where the fish are. You know, even if you don't just pick one to catch.
Oh, yeah.
One. Look, that's 2 off that stick, wasn't it?
Yep.
I bet you every one of these trees up there has got a minute.
Gives you an idea how deep you need to fish. I mean,
Watch, I'll go up there and bird dog his fish. Now he'll go to the next stump, see? Then you'll try to bird dog him off that one. See if we can catch 3 off that stick. There he is right there. He's swimming off though, ain't he?
It wasn't about winning them, it's about we coming into money. It's hard to win them.
That's right. We like to compete in them.
Tuesday nights we did fairly well. We won several, but Renegades, we did well. We got checks. We won one.
We always had a lot of good times fishing tournaments. It was fun to win them, but it was fun to compete all the time.
Yeah, we've met a lot of people fishing through the years.
We had never got out here and filmed together. As long as we've been fishing together, we never filmed together. So when you look behind both these cameras, my oldest one, your oldest one, a lot of years on this body of water, and I think we've told a whole lot of
stories.
reminiscent stories. And see this gray? See all that gray? It wasn't here when we started, I promise.
Nope.
But well, it's always good to get out here and talk and have fun. And I guess we got back out on the water last year and fished that tournament up here. And we don't get out and fish as much as we used to together. We still go a lot, but it's good to get on the water and have a good day.
Yep.
So, on that note, we are going to the house to watch some football and celebrate New Year's Eve night because tomorrow is 2022.
The direction is brought to you by 811. Know what's below, call before you dig. We would also like to thank these fine partners. Closed captioning is brought to you by USA North. Call 811 before you dig.